So, hello. Hello. I hope you can hear me. It's a little bit loud. Let me put everybody a little bit down so I'm able to hear my brain, to be honest. Okay, and then I'll explain what exactly is going on, what is happening right now. So, we have about... Wait, give me a second. It just takes a little bit of time to mute all the people in the channel. Okay, so currently, something fun for today. We have right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people in the Discord. Aion 2 Discord. Let me just mute the music. This is really loud. So we have 9 people in the Discord right now. And what is happening? So those people visited the Taiwanese focus test group that happened yesterday. Sorry, I had to organize my brain first. And they're all in the Discord right now. And we are basically, there's like a Q&A running in the background. Don't worry, you aren't missing anything because I'm getting everything translated as well, live on my other screen. So I'm going to start just explaining what they're talking about right now. I have muted them because I thought, I can unmute them, but it's just Taiwanese people speaking to each other in Mandarin. So I don't know if I turned it on. If you want to hear it for now. Yeah. So they're basically just talking, and I don't know if you need the Taiwanese track in the background. Hello. Welcome. Settle down. We're gonna start in a few minutes. Just join. Just settle down. So today, Smooch is my counterpart from the Taiwanese side, or in that case, Chinese side. And she is basically organizing it from the other side, and you can already see there are a lot of points that we want to go over. So it's already the feedback and everything I gave in yesterday. This is like more information now. Okay, so this is more in depth, more in detail. They will also explain their talks. They will explain why that thought like the Templar is whatever, and the Spirit Master is whatever, and so on. So definitely, if you are an Aion 2 nerd, if you are an Aion 2 geek, this is the place to be right now. Don't worry if you are working or, I don't know, with family or whatever. Today's Sunday, I guess. Yeah, today's Sunday. So if whatever you're doing, if you're in the church, whatever, I will provide translation to read later on. For now, it's just that they're speaking and, they're like having an interview basically in the background. And I'm going over in English while that is happening. Okay. So I'm gonna mute them. Just so you don't have any other voices in the background. Yeah, let's just open the document and see what's going on, what's happening. Okay. Perfect. So, let's start. First of all, a little disclaimer. What we have done is we have gotten permission from Taiwan, NC Taiwan basically, and we have shown them all the topics that we're going to speak about, and they also kind of know who is involved in this, and we have gotten approval. We basically got 2 approvals. So one approval was, they said that everything you're talking about, your personal experience, you can speak about that, that's fine. Even though everybody has signed an NDA, personal experience is personal experience. And that has nothing to do with an NDA. And they can definitely speak about the personal experience. And then secondly, we have also given them written. You can see this is the text that they received in the middle. And that was removed today, 1 hour prior to this event. Was that one also approved. So we have full approval from NC Taiwan to do this event that we're doing currently. It was planned for a long day, but I didn't really involve the Westerners as much because, you know, again, it wasn't clear how we're going to do it. But now we did find a way and it is going okay, I guess. So now let me start with the initial document. Just excuse that certain things and words are going to be a little bit hard to understand. For example, the spirit star, you know, like, because for them, the spirit star is the spirit master. Star is always the class name, basically, you know, like after the class name, they just always put the word star. So it's like the temp star, the spirit star, the assassin star, like stuff like that. It's like, I'm going to try my best to translate it straight away for you in Aion English. But like, yeah, that's how it is going. So Spirit Star has fixed skills 1, 2, 3, 4, and the skills keybind for summoning the spirit cannot be changed. So this is obviously not good. This is obviously not something that people want to hear. But apparently you cannot change the summoning spirit skills. So 1 to 4 are summon skills. After learning a skill, it will automatically be added to the skill bar. Okay, the skill for the proficiency skill for each profession are fixed, and while the keybind can be changed, the skill themselves cannot be altered. Okay, those are the those are the skills, the E and the Q, you know, like the fixed skills. I mean, you can re-keybind them, but you cannot change the skill itself. So sorry, it's not E and Q, it's the one for left mouse click and right mouse click. That's what they're probably saying. Similar to Blade and Soul, exactly. So similar to Blade and Soul, you have a left mouse click and a right mouse click for 2 extra skills, and those skills are fixed. You cannot change the skills, but you can change the keybind for the skill, and that is actually quite nice. That is actually quite good. Let me actually move the chat over here as well. So we have, so I have everything in front of me. Okay. Similar to Blade and Soul, the shield with 0 CD can be held indefinitely, making the user invulnerable. Certain specific mechanics can achieve 0 damage when using the shield, while others can only reduce damage taken. Okay. So that's going a little bit deep into the skills. Hello. Just join and just settle down. So that is, again, like, even though they're saying it, a lot can change, yeah? So, because a lot of things are just the way they are, just because of, basically, you know, testing and whatnot. And there are, you know, fixes coming, because a lot of things that I just read, that didn't really sound really good to me, at least. But let's continue. The skills of the Celestial clan are entitled for to those of the Demon clan. Identical. Okay. Sorry. The English is not that good, so the translation is is a little bit rough. But it's fine. We got this. We gonna be able to speak about it. So the skills of the Celestial clan. So basically, what that means is Elios skills and Asmodean skills are identical. So there are no differences in the skills, at least. Okay. Now let's continue. Some skill effects may differ. Okay, the looks of the skill, not the skill itself. That is actually not bad. That's actually positive. Thank you for the follow. Let's continue. Currently, there is no difference between the Tiansu and the Muzu races. And there is no distinction in skin color. Either the old difference is in the initial wings, but many players have suggested that the characteristics of the Muzu race should be modified and enhanced. Oh, that's good. Okay, so what that means is that Elios and Asmodeans, obviously race-wise, have no differences, right? Except the wings, because the one side, like the Asmodeans, have darker wings, and the Elios have more white wings. But apparently, according to the testers, they weren't really happy with it, and they suggested that the Asmodean race should be definitely a little bit modified. So maybe, because that was something that some of you were also criticizing. So if they have sent, I mean, they have obviously sent that information straight away to the devs. As you guys know, Nam Chuang was there as well. So he's in the dev team. So I mean, they got the feedback directly sent to them, basically, in that sense. So maybe change will come. Let's see. Maybe something will come. Oh, bro, I am always sick. That's fine. That stays, bro. That stays. Red. Oh yeah. Red glowing eyes would be nice. Wait, let me actually ask that. Do the eyes glow red in fight mode for? Let me see if we are able to just ask a question and then get an answer as well, because that would obviously make everything a little bit more interesting. So currently these are, there is no, okay, now let's read the next one while we are waiting for the answer. Each profession is associated with a specific weapon. Oh, each profession is associated with a specific weapon. The sword star does not have a war halberd. The kill star short blade is a separate piece of equipment. Weapons cannot be both long and short. They are all part of the set. The shield and the longsword are bound together, and the shield and hammer are also bound together. Okay, interesting. So there are limitations on what weapons which class can use, and apparently it is quite clear which weapons are set for which class. Okay. By the way, I got an answer. The Asmodeans sadly do not have red eyes as of this moment. So sadly, that's not the case. So I fully agree with you, even though I'm not an Asmodean. I play Ilios. But I agree with you. The red eyes is something they should have definitely put in. At least the red eyes, the shining red eyes. But okay, that's fine. It is what it is. I hope they do change it. Junxing offers a great gaming experience. A character model cannot pass through a monster model, but a role can. A role. Oh, that's probably the dash. Okay. So that basically means that the game is well programmed. It's probably well made, that you cannot just pass through a monster, but when you're like rolling, when you're like doing like a dash or whatever, then you obviously can. That's good. Okay. Currently, it feels like the evasion skill is not fully developed. The stamina bar setup is still a bit problematic. Running in non-combat situation also consumes stamina. Oh, okay. That's good to know. So the stamina bar setup is still a bit problematic. Running in non-combat situation also consumes stamina. Okay. Yeah, we will still have hope. I agree. Let's see. Okay. I don't know. Is that something you guys would be annoyed? Like, I mean, I guess I would be annoyed if your stamina keep, getting used, and then you won't. Yeah, like, I hate slow gameplay. I don't know. Is it just me? I hate slow gameplay. Literally, that's not what I like at all. Now, evil magic skills. Now we're going deeper into skills. Let me just try figuring out which class that is. Firefolk releases 5 fireballs above the head, flying towards the enemy, somewhat similar to Aion technique. Oh, that's summoning a typhoon, area of effect, skill, small range circle, AoE with a slowing effect. Oh, that's a Sork that we are talking about. The cold atmosphere within the self-contained area is quite similar to the effect of creating ice in the original work. Okay. Hellfire are 3-segment buff skill that requires 3-segment of build-up, similar to the previous Bard grant. Oh yeah. So remember the frog skill on the Bard where you have to charge 3 times. So apparently the Sorg has a skill called Hellfire where you have to charge 3 times, and then the skill falls upon the opponent. Maneuver, the long the buff, the higher the damage, of course. Full buffed, it takes approximately 1.5 seconds. The only skill that requires a buff, single target skill. Okay. The skill, so the cast time is 1.5 seconds. And then you do the maximum damage probably with it, you know. The skill of the Demon Lord class do not have cast time, but there is a slight movement before and after the skill is executed, which can be cancelled by cutting the animation. Ooh. That is interesting, guys. That is interesting. So I'm going to read this line again. The skill of the Demon Lord class do not have cast times, but there is a slight movement before and after the skill is executed, which can be cancelled by cutting the animation. So no animation. Animation cancelling. There you go. I'm assuming Demon Lord is also Spirit Master, by the way. Yeah, I'm assuming it's Spirit Master. So let's continue. I feel like we're going too fast right now. Because we're like always one topic behind them. Let me read. Thanks, we will still have a Hove, Sork. Okay, so the more you cast, the more the damage. Yeah, exactly. QER skills. Okay, so this is about the QER skills. If a certain condition is met while using a skill, the skill will change a condition-based combo. If a flame-based attack is used, there is a chance to apply the spark mark debuff to the enemy. As long as there is just one layer of this debuff, it can trigger an explosion-like effect, kind of like the pattern explosion from the Skill Star skill. The Q ability cause. Okay, wait. Let's understand this first. If a certain condition is met while using a skill, the skill will change a condition-based combo. Okay. If a flame-based attack is used, there's a chance to apply the spark mark debuff to the enemy. As long as there is just one layer of this debuff, it can trigger an explosion-like effect, kind of like the pattern explosion from the Killstar skill. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, understandable. But I just realized I can just ask them. Like, let's see. Uj. Please ask them if they saw Godstones. Let's see, guys. Let's see. Stop debunking. The Q ability causes a single target freeze, complete immobility, and if successful, it can be followed up with an explosive similar to the creative work ability with the painted effect. Ooh. So the Q ability, you know, freezes like the opponent in a way like that it's slowed down, or completely not able to move anymore. And if that is successful, then an explosion will follow afterwards. That's insane. So magic power is multiplied, increasing both magic attack power and magical hit rate. Ooh. Okay. Magic power is multiplied. Oh, we got the answer for the Godstone. That is not what I wanted to hear. Okay, the claim that it exists. So Godstones apparently do exist. That is something we did not like, but it is what it is, I guess. Magic power is multiplied, increasing both magical attack power and magical hit rate. The duration of this effect is very short, with a long cooldown period. 1 minute cooldown lasts for 15 seconds. Every profession has a stun clearing ability, accessed by pressing the space bar. After clearing the stun, you can use a control skill. Their skill available to Modo is still transforming into a tree. Okay. So this is basically all for the Sork still, it seems like. You still have the tree ability, and apparently every character can put in like a stun, and then he can press the spacebar a lot of times to get out of the stun situation. Oh, this is huge. Guys, this is huge. The next one is huge. Currently, no DP skills are available, which means no divine skills, or in German, Götter skills? Yeah. So apparently no DP skills, no divine power skills. So no 4K, 2K DP skills. Oh wait, what does that mean for the ranger? Does he have Mao or something still? Ooh, interesting. We'll see. Let me read. Let me read chat. Stop debugging. We learn anything about polearm. I can ask for the polearm. I would need to see if they understand what a polearm is. Polearm infos. So let me see. I asked. Let's see if they know what a polearm is. Now let me see. Next question. Frag mal, wie es mit Gladi aussehen tut, ob der echt so kacke sein soll. Can you ask about Gladiator? So far, we only had bad feedback. Okay. Okay, so I send in the question for the Gladiator. And then while that... So now they're speaking about the Spirit Master, by the way. I got a huge chunk of Spirit Master information. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm still excited. I'm still hyped, though. Like, trust. You know, for me, it doesn't matter, man. I'm still happy and excited. Okay, let's continue reading the next part. Yeah, so the word they keep repeating, Twitch, it means that thing in Mandarin. They are not using the N-word, just to be safe. they're like speaking Mandarin, guys. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, that's a good question, Top. That's a really good question. Let me actually ask the question. Demon Mark skills. So Demon Mark is probably Spirit Master. Divine Explosion, single target fire damage. Luminous power, range immune state. The entire team is immune for 2 seconds. Each profession has a similar main god skill. Okay. The main god skill of the elf is called the power of Kaizinel. The sword star is the blessing of Gaikail, which grants all teammates a 28% increase in attack power. The main god skill is geared towards PvP with a long cooldown time and short effect. Oh, so that's like an ultimate skill basically that every class has. By the way, the elf is the power of Kaizenel, which the elf has. That is a ranger. And the sword star is a gladiator. With a long cooldown, Templar, sorry. With a long cooldown time and short effect duration. Okay. Currently, it feels like the main god ability are not very useful. Galactic Impact, area of effect freeze with high damage, instant cast. Confirmed in the area centered around oneself, Lumiris Realm. Okay. Marked individually become tree. Marked individual becomes tree. Instantly activated. Okay. Control skills are all based on chance and not guaranteed to hit. Okay. So that's important. There's apparently the high probability that they don't even hit to hit, and they have no magical resistance. Ooh, interesting. The magic life attribute does not affect the accuracy of control skills. Instead, it only influences the damage dealt. Ooh, insane. Okay. That's some really deep inside information, to be honest. That for sure is some deep information. Thank you for all the follows, by the way. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So no DP skill. Yes, no DP skill, but ultimate skills. Yeah. So you can see them. We can see them as more like a PvP ultimate skills, apparently. Actual beta. Yeah, that's true. Templar one sounds really important. Oh, yeah, that's true. Because you play Templar, isn't it? Okay, let's continue. So about the top, your answer came in. They mentioned that testing the potion debuff cover feature had not yet been complete. Okay, so apparently it is. I mean, it sounds like it's there, but testing it is not. It's not like it's probably not set right yet, or I'm assuming. So we might need to wait a little bit longer. Okay, so while they're talking about the next part, let me just inform you guys again what I was saying at the beginning. So this stream, what exactly is happening right now? We are all in the Aion 2 Discord. You can see the link at the bottom left on the screen. The Shogu Aion. I think it's called discord.gg/Aion 2. Just join us. We are currently all in the Discord. And we are discussing. So there are basically a lot of people in the Discord currently, as you can see here. So, and a lot of them took part in, at least 8 or 9 people took part in the event that happened yesterday, and actually played the game in Taiwan. So those are the ones that are providing currently the informations. And now the best part is that we got approval from NC Taiwan to do this event, and we have given them all the topics we're going to speak about. So even though this NDA was signed, we have fully permission from NC Taiwan to do this event that we're doing currently, and to talk about all the stuff that we are speaking today. So that is actually quite interesting. No, they're not speaking English. They're speaking Taiwanese. Well, Mandarin actually. I have just turned them on. You can probably hear them right now. Okay, let me continue because we got more information just sent in right now. Okay, so the next part. Steel armor, engraved skill, similar to the first generation. There is a skill called Breaking the Ice that deals continuous ice-based damage with a certain range. While this skill is active, the user cannot move. The range is large and the damage dealt is high. There is also a single target silence ability that can be cast instantly. Ooh, okay. That's probably, I'm not a Sorc player, that's why I don't remember the names, but I know which skill it is. I know which skill is this. You know when like those ice thingies are falling down at a certain location? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like the sorks. You know what I'm talking about. Let's continue. Every profession has a gliding skill similar to a nostalgia suit's gliding assault, but there is no need for gliding acceleration. The flight system doesn't do very well. It's easy to fall to death, and gliding skill are hard to trigger. Shortcut keys are not easy to turn. PvP is easy to die. Time of flight potion can only be bought in the mall. The system production is not perfect at the moment. Well, it's not a finished game, so of course it's not yet. It's not ready. But apparently flight, it sounds like guys, it sounds like flight is gonna suck in PvP in Aion 2 in the same way it sucked in Aion 1.
我玩过非常多 Aion， 魔兽到 Aion 1到FF14 到现在很红的方舟我也玩很久。
Okay, wait, I'm sorry.
综上这些 AO 来讲，就是
There you go. Discord sound is closed. Voice is not clear with them on background. Can't clear make it out with noise. Nice. Yeah, no, you know, you're welcome. Okay. Demonic skill loop. Right click on plus damage skill. Very similar to the first generation. Right click to slow down, increase damage when the monster is slowed down. Okay. The boss does not take the slow effect. Of course not. But it is uncertain whether the boss can be put into a state of slowdown. It might work, but not fully. Spark mark triggers the activation of the first skill, causing an explosion. If the picture quality we were rated on a scale of 10, they might give it a score of 12. Oh, okay. So what that means is basically if it was rated 10, they would even go for a 12 because it was that good. So we already know that, you know, the quality, the graphic and all that is insanely nice. So that is definitely, we already knew that. However, they are concerned that their mobile phones might not be able to handle it, and they believe that a mobile phone cannot provide a complete gaming experience. Ooh, that is interesting. Yeah, true. Hype is real. Okay. However, they are concerned that their mobile phones might not be able to handle it, and they believe that a mobile phone cannot provide a complete gaming experience. Interesting. That for sure is interesting. But it is also good, you know, because in the end of the day, we kind of also don't really want to have mobile version anyways, right? Wait, I'm just getting a tissue quickly. Okay, I'm here. So I hope that content like this is definitely something that you guys like. Is the combat tab or action tab? Confused about that. Can you explain the question again? Then I can ask the question. I don't really understand what you meant. Yeah, I agree. I think mobile version also is a it's like a gateway for mobile gamers to understand why PC gaming is superior. They didn't answer to the polearm. I think the problem is they just don't know what a polearm is. I would need to look for the word first in Mandarin, and then I would need to ask them. It seems like that, yeah, weapons are bound to classes. Halbert. Say Halbert. Okay. Any info about Halbert? Let's see. Let's see what we get, okay? We confirm that any class has more than one weapon. Oh yeah, you want me to ask that question, Reaper? I'll do that. Yeah, she's trying to find out the name of what a halberd is as well. Yeah. Assassin has two daggers. True. Okay. Okay, so I got the next text to go over. Yeah, I can ask that. Sure, there you go. Running while riding a mount also deduct endurance. They find it quite awkward. Endurance. So running while riding a mount, so while you are on a mount, your endurance is deducted. They find it quite awkward. I agree with that part. There is a yellow potion in the game that can only cure one specific ailment. Oh, okay, so that's probably the debuff potion. The endurance system is quite similar to Dark Souls. In the combat state, you can roll away up to 3 times, while in the non-combat state, you can roll away up until 6 times. Ooh, okay. The combination of instant healing and status removal has a very long cooldown period, making it impractical to use. Frequently in group play, relying on healing is not an option. Instead, players must rely on their own ability to avoid taking damage. So movement, it's again emphasized on movement. Okay, so I asked a question, guys, confirm that any class has more than one weapon. The answer that I was given, is in any profession, there is only one primary tool. So one primary tool means that set weapons for classes. But again, this is something which can change. So just because, if a gladiator is using a great sword right now, doesn't mean that that's going to stay the same. Okay? Yeah. Like stamina. Similar to drone morph than having to save stamina, yeah. 1 potion, 1 debuff. Oh, so limited dodge makes sense. Yep. Matches the text feedback from yesterday. Yeah, they could always do it like BDO Awakening system. Add a new form of progression in the long run. Oh yeah, that's true. So for now, weapon are all class locked. It seems like it. Yes, it seems like it. Can you ask weapon are always hidden? Yeah, so we're waiting for the weapon are hidden question. But we already look this page from Sad. Yeah, true. Let me just move the Discord over here. I delete it. Bro, this guy he is going in. This guy, he's going in big. That's sick. That is really cool. This is, by the way, Hippo. He's my friend. Bro, he's funny, man. He's funny. He's one of the biggest TikToker over there in China. It's insane. Millions of readers, man. That is insane. Okay. Sorry that I've been quiet. It's just I mean, you guys know I'm still sick. So since they weren't really giving any information right now, so I was just drinking some tea and just relaxing my voice a little. So if I go quiet, I'm not AFK or something, I'm just relaxing my voice a little. But you can always say something in chat and I'll forward it to find out. At least Lana Greatsword blocks looked sick. Yeah. Hope we get it again. Or at least the design. Oh yeah, for sure, man. Lana, definitely looked good. Will you give us the full transcription or the important parts to the... So what I will do is I will activate the VOD that you can watch it later on. I will download the VOD and put it on YouTube. And I will completely take this document they're speaking about, this one, fully translate it and give it to you in the Discord. So this is what is going to happen afterwards, yeah, throughout the day. So you will be getting all the information for sure, 100%. Don't worry about anything. Always. With me, always. You get always so source where I got it from, what it's about, and the stuff in any language you want. No worries at all. Yeah, that's a good question, actually. Any idea about the CD on the escape when you get stunned? Let me see. Let me ask them. Let me forward it. We can hear your noise. My noise. Thank you, brother. Yeah. Let's continue. Okay. Jiangxing doesn't really need to take medicine. Jiangxing doesn't need to really take medicine? Okay. It's different. It's quite high. Jump / furious stab. 10 seconds cooldown, 20-meter range. Okay. Provoking an explosion and knocking people over. This skill can be learned at level 4. Even after being knocked down, the character remains in a vulnerable state. which seems to be a unique feature of the Sword Star class. So this is apparently Assassin or Gladiator. Assassin or Gladiator. We need to continue. Breaks through fluctuation and AoE skill that is extremely useful. Fast, deals high damage, consists of 2 stages. A combo. Devastating blow, single target, high damage, front facing, fan shaped area of effect. Extremely an AoE. Extremely high damage output. Weapon parry trigger, cutting the legs are damage. Area restraining effect. Last for about 4 seconds. Okay. Okay. Wait, I got some more stuff. Inserting a sharp object. Suddenly assault can only be used after a roll. Rolling just for the sake of rolling also works. Oh, okay. So you can actually trigger the roll to use the skill sudden assault. Sprint range is 10 meters. Yeah, that is the assassin, by the way. And after specialization, it becomes 20 meters. There is a 50% chance of triggering a knockdown. This skill is quite useful in PvP. Continuous combos can be interrupted by the skill in between. Airbind, 40%. Oh, that's Gladiator, bro. That's a Gladiator. Nice. Airbind, 40% chance, requires use on an opponent who has been knocked down. Must know them down first to perform the throw up. Okay. So if they're knocked down stage, obviously they cannot fly up. The stage needs to be removed before they can fly up, like before you can put them in the air. Left click skill can be used for movement and release. Right click skill points blank release. Has a provocation effect, high single target damage, high energy consumption. Okay, interesting. Basic attack restores mana skill. Skills consume mana and there are no mana potions left. Look, this is again, I said it. We have no mana potions. Why? So the mana potions they mentioned yesterday in the stream, they meant abyss potions. It was only abyss potions. No, I'm not Asmodean, I'm Elios, so I'm not really your brother, mate. Just kidding. Yeah, that could be. I think yesterday the feedback says you spam or button to break out. Yeah, that was space. Space was the bomb. Lol, you are my most hated cousin. Can't wait to break your nose in a real cousin way. Nice. So they say that targeted skills cannot be dodged, but AoE skills can. Rolling around is essentially just a displacement. Okay. 1 minute cooldown. Okay. you rather want me to give you already what I have as a translated summary in Discord, or would you want me to just wait till the end and give you everything at once? Yeah, I think waiting till the end is the best way to go. The speakers have permission to host on the Deep Dive Stage channel. Yeah, I told them if they want, they can move, but half of them don't really know how to use Discord, and Smoosh was saying that it would be too complicated. Oh, you mean there's a limit right now? Are we already at the limit? Let me have a look if I can fix that. Oh yeah, I see the 25 limit. Let me ask her if she wants to solve it, or if she doesn't. Like if she thinks it doesn't matter anymore, then it's fine. Okay. We'll see. I don't think they want to, but sure. Okay. Is Vashiro not around? He should be able to do that, right? No? I think it's fine. I think that like we have everybody that we needed, because we needed the 8 people and they're already in. Stinkable, thank you very much though. Thank you very much though, bro. So the rest is just Mandarin speakers, I think. Jinxos, okay, let me see what is more coming. So many people on the Discord server. Yeah. While I'm getting more infos, just quick recap. So what we're doing right now, we are with let me show you. Right now we are with Taiwanese people who joined the test yesterday. So yeah, those people joined the test yesterday, and we are doing like an interview, like in Q&A interview, and we're writing everything down. And while that is happening, I'm also getting the information to be able to read it out loud to all of you in English. So let's continue. The next part is here. Passive. Survival stain, increase maximum health and life regeneration rate, increase block chance, increase critical hit, knockdown rate, increase blood absorption amount. There is a chance during an attack to trigger a 10-second bloodthirsty berserker state. during which the character will absorb a significant amount of damage. The Sword Star, the Robe skill of the demon path have all become passive abilities, and many of the benefits from the first generation have also become passive. Anger Flux are knockdown. The rolling skill is just a displacement effect and cannot directly evade other skills. Skills with a targeting effect cannot be dodged, but area of effect AoE attack can be avoided. Specialization of Jiangxing skills. Skills do not seem to distinguish between physical and magical effect. Okay, wait. Skills do not seem to distinguish between physical and magical effects. Instead, they are evaluated based on their power. Accuracy in attacks does not differentiate between magical and physical hits either. Impact remove 1 minute cooldown. Interesting. So it seems like they have done a lot of rework, and they have, removed certain skills or primary skills from classes, to their passive skills. And it seems like that they have definitely worked hard on balancing all classes, and it does sound like more balanced game. Now, having said that, all the SM stuff is definitely still concerning that we read yesterday. So we'll see. They are doing the same thing in Aion 1 Classic. Look at the Sin and Glad rework. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true, Rostif. They are trying to improve over that as well. So we'll see. Mm, mm. They aren't saying anything right now too. There's nothing that we can see right now what's going on. No, I'm good, man. I'm good. I was just trying to figure out some Discord stuff about space and stuff, but it's okay. It works. We are 25. It's okay. Yeah, they're fine. Stingable, they don't want to. I already told them. Okay, next part is here, guys. Blood-sucking attack, quite substantial damage. Balanced armor fluctuation. Armor. Area of effect. Dot skill. Berserker slash assault strike. Concentrated block. That's actually quite nice that a gladiator also has a concentrated block. The skill specification for downstab has a 0 cooldown, but the action of downstab is somewhat slow. Attacking from behind provides a damage bonus. Starting a PvP encounter with the first skill, just thrust it forward. As soon as it knocks down the opponent, is game over. Oof. The Swordsa is more geared towards damage output, and it's not well suited to the role of tank. After the impact is neutralized, there seems to be an area of effect skill that might also cause knockdown. Playing with Jiangxing feel very straightforward. The Sword Star is in dear need of a new mark. Okay, interesting. Okay. Yeah, there seem to be bad tanks, but they seem to be really strong in DPS though. You know, it seems like they are more like a PvP machine. So that's what it seems like to me, you know. They don't sound that bad though. Gladiators do not sound that bad. They just sound like more DPS based PvP classes, I guess. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Maybe it sounds like Chanter is even a better fit for DPS tanks. Sorry. Yeah, Chanter subtank would work. Yeah. The Jiangxing class is in dear need of a new sickle. Changing sickles is very costly. And using skills is quite tedious. That suggests that NC implemented a one-click skill preset feature. The mark of the second generation is very different from that of the first generation. It is a skill that can be activated by using mark points rather than being equipped with marks. It is similar to a talent system. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Let me go and ask to explain this more. Can you explain this more? It seems like it, Rostif. Ah, okay. I asked if she can explain further. She said she's gonna do it after the stream. She's gonna go over it again and make the Chinese in more Aion Chinese. So we can, adjust it for us. Thank you, Washiro. I don't think it's needed. I did send it to Smooch if they want to increase, but I don't think that's the case. I think that they're fine, Okay. Yeah. That she's telling him right now. she's saying I didn't expect there to be so many people. Literally, when we joined, I said, should I move us into a private channel? So it's just the 9 of us, And she said, no, she doesn't think that anybody will join. Now the channel is full. Yeah, for now we're good. Because everybody who needs to be in is in. And if there are other people joining, leaving, that's fine. Like, it doesn't matter to us, Yeah. I already said to her if she wants me to pull everybody, I can. She said that's fine, we don't need it. I already said that earlier to her. You mean me or her? Okay. Yeah, I just said it again. The only person using a webcam is actually Hippo. Nilpferdson. Yevi, Nilpferdson. Wait, why is the stream keep loading? Wait, let me do this. There you go. Thank you for the follow. Okay, let's go. Continue with the next one. The production system only consumes one type of material, which is very scarce. Compared to the past, it might not be fully developed yet. There is still gathering, and the name of the gathering item is the same there is no fishing. Oh. 173 types of pets and what the flip? Wait. 173 types of pets and mounts can be collected by slaying monsters. The equipment level is identical to that of Aion 1. Additionally, there is a monster collection system which involves understanding the species of monsters. Whoa! Achieving success. Nice. The pass reward is quite decent. The collection process is different from what it used to be, and there are rewards even when it fails. They believe that this collection system will lead to a significant increase in the number of players in the situation. Oh my god! 173 monsters that can be collected. Flipping hell. Yeah, he closed the webcam, bro. He's done it. He closed the webcam. People can join more. Yeah, now people can. They're already joining, bro. People are already joining. Like BDO knowledge system, that's sick. I've never played BDO, but if you say, then it might be. Is the pass fully pay only, or there is rewards for free to play players? Let me actually ask that question. Are they nuts? We're gonna be gaming, bro. Boys, we are gonna be gaming. Trust me. We have 173 pets and mounts to collect, bro. We are trying to give as much as they can to make it a success. Oh yeah, definitely. I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them, my real test. To tame them is my goal. Nice. I know him because he had a Chanta back in 2015. I always beaten him in 1v1 arena. He was such a poser. Yeah, I was. No, I wasn't. Bro, I never said I was a PvP player. You people came to me and wanted to fight me just because I was me. I'm telling you, and change my mind. The best thing in Aion to this day, is not PvP. Is not PvE. It's not even sieges, which I like the most, by the way. It's crafting. A video you can knowledge rank when you kill mobs. Like more you kill, higher chance to gain S tier. Knowledge which gives you slightly more stats against said monsters. If I recall correctly, but not 100% if this sounds same, came in at end of the convo. Aion, I love the weapons aesthetic. I think it's not quite like what you explained, Hunters. I think it's a little bit different. Wait, more stuff coming in. Oh, she called me. She's keep calling me. Confusing. Equipment also affects skills, which could lead to different playstyle for sword stars, such as those focused on draining enemy life, blood suckers, or those focused on knocking enemies down, knockdowns. Almost all skills for sword star can drain enemy life, but this ability becomes more effective in the last stages of the game when proper equipment is equipped. Equipment enhancement does not have a risk of failure. It is 100% successful up to level 10. The success rate... Okay, guys. This I have to... Wait, I need to put my drink to the side. This we have to read again. This we have to absorb, yeah? Equipment enhancement does not have a risk of failure. It is 100% successful up to level 10. So plus 10, 100% rate. No problems. The success rate drops to 60% at level 11. The enchantment system is very similar to Arc, and the amount of enchantment stones required is extremely high. Enchantment stones can be obtained by defeating monsters and by dismantling equipment. You can not only get enchantment stones, but also gain cosmetic items. Interesting. Interesting. Let me see. What is enchant level cap? Oh, the pass comes. So somebody asked a question about the pass, right? The pass comes with 3 rewards, and the third are so 3 types of rewards, but the third type is not available yet. So, and the first one was for free. So they don't know yet what is in the other one, in the paid one. Maximum enchantment, enchantment, stinkable is 15. Back to the roots, OG Aion stinkable, plus 15. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a good question. Back to 10. From 14 to 15 if we fail. Oh, wait. Okay, question is asked. I am assuming there will be notes after the stream on Discord. Of course, bro. Of course, always. There will be a VOD, there will be a YouTube video, and there will be a written English detailed translation. But the information we are getting right now, Arsalan, or what we have already gotten, because I think you just joined, is gold, bro. It's gold. Like, let me tease you one thing, which I went crazy, and I hope you like it too. 173 types of pets and mounts can be collected by slaying monsters. 173 types, bro. We're gonna be gaming well, man. We're gonna be gaming well. Pokemon, bro. What you Pokemon? Yeah, true. Bro, the channel is going crazy. Bro, the Discord channel is insane. It's full. It's like full. Okay, let me see what's next. Yeah, true. True. Did they say weapon gain cosmetic from enhancement or misheard? No, what they said is that you drop that from so cosmetic stuff. You also drop that in the open world from mobs apparently, or general mobs. In dungeons as well. That's what they said. So I'm not too sure if you get full skins, but they just said that cosmetics is also available in. So you drop enchantment stones. And wait, let me actually just read the part again so I don't say something stupid. Okay. Equipment enhancement does not have a risk of failure. It is 100% successful up to level 10. The success rate drops to 60 at level 11. The enhancement system is very similar to Arc, and the amount of enchantment stones required is extremely high. Enhancement stones can be obtained by defeating monsters and by dismantling equipment. You can not only get enhancement stones, but also gain cosmetic items. Yeah, okay, so it's not the monsters, it's like by dismantling gear or whatever, you get enchantment stones, but can also get cosmetic items. So we would need to see how that actually works. But that's actually good, that you have so many ways of getting the items. Okay, let me read more. In better since Pokemon didn't let us mount them. I feel like most of people in the channel don't understand Chinese but want to give them straight strength by showing we love them, the game, and we are. No, that's not true. Most of them are actually Taiwanese. We have more than 100 Taiwanese people in the Discord. Take our energy, take our energy. Yeah. We just got more information, but let me read the chat first. Philo, a question for you. Are you going to use the mobile version for easy mob craft gathering like I'm planning to while working? Yes, I am definitely going to do that because starting from November, I might have to travel a little bit more again for work. Definitely next year, I'm going to be traveling around the world for work. So whenever I'm traveling, I'm going to be using the mobile version. That's why I don't have a problem with the mobile version at all. I'm actually happy that I'm able to play on the go. Because previous years, I always had to come back home to actually play. I don't really enjoy using laptop. I just don't like it at all. So yeah. Oh, only 60%. That's cool. That does not answer the question. Does it fail back to 10? Oh yeah, I asked the question. I'm waiting for the answer, bro. 10. If you fail from 14 to 15 or just to 13, or does it stick at 14? Let me ask again. Okay. Yeah, let me... Are mana stones still hard to put on? Let me say, what can they tell us about mana stones? At least it's not as bad as Lost Ark. Yeah, it doesn't sound that bad. But how you gonna get the mobile version since Play Store asks you a payment method from Taiwan? You can use Alipay, so that's not the problem. Alipay can sort it out. And I'm actually buying a new phone, the new Asus, I think it was. I don't remember which one it was. Somebody told me, because I'm an iPhone user, only iPhones. And somebody said, were telling me the other day, like an insane gaming phone. So I'm just gonna get that just for Aion, set it up, and then have it with me all the time for Aion, basically. I forgot the name. Well, if I find the name, I'll let you know. Yeah, which phone I'm going for Aion. Now let me continue. The maximum level for Enchantment is level 15. The UI design is not very robust and there is room for improvement. However, it might already have been optimized and the UI will be even better when it goes on sale. The pass comes with free rewards and there are 3 types of rewards. The third type is not yet available. There are skill points to choose from and it is not possible to max out all skill points. Equipment provides skill levels which can be obtained through soul engraving raids, which are difficult to acquire and require map collection or purchase from the marketplace. To max out skill level, one need to rely on talent charts and equipment. This process is quite time consuming and demanding. Skill points influence the character limit, and it's only after grinding enough skill points that it's suitable to tackle dungeons. Yeah, that again, that I already knew. That I already, like, nobody was talking about it. But when I was translating the stuff, the original Korean stuff, I came to this point, and since most of the people who are reacting in native Korean didn't play actively Aion, they kind of skipped this part. So this is definitely concerning. The skill points are definitely concerning, because so far it seems like the skill points are going to be a hard grind, which is bad because it kind of caps you from content limit, and it's only after gathering enough skill points that it's suitable to tackle dungeons. Otherwise, it may feel like you can't keep up. The equipment and skill level are somewhat similar to the 75 level equipment and skill level from the first generation. It's uncertain if the equipment from the dungeon can be traded. It cannot. I saw on the stream that the guy, he picked something up. It was tradable. But then after he put it on, like identified the item, it wasn't tradable anymore. Okay. The dungeon is very reliant on tank healer DPS. There is a strong demand for essential healers. The duration of the red potion cooldown is long. The healer should focus on supporting the tank, while the DPS should avoid taking damage by hitting from the boss. Powerful attacks. There will be time when the boss enters a rage stage, requiring a burst of damage to reduce its health. Bro, whenever I read this part, it sounds like Sword Art Online. Am I the only one? Like, am I stupid? Am I just that kind of a weep? That whenever I read this part, it sounds like... Yeah, exactly. It just sounds like Sword Art Online, mate. The healing and supporting abilities of the Cure Star have improved, but its healing capabilities are relatively weak. So they're talking about the cleric right now, by the way. I'm waiting for the answer still, by the way, Stinkable. I haven't gotten the answer yet. Yeah, like the Minotaur. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It seems interesting, definitely. By the way, any other language, if you guys want to do something similar, we're always happy to help and support in any way. So she's asking my question right now, by the way. Yeah, like the Minotaur fight. Yeah. Okay, so he's saying it right now. Okay, okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. Oh. Okay, so Sinkable, if you're still around. Oh, that's positive. So apparently, the item max level, like plussing it, is 15. Now, when you fail, you do not drop down to 10, you drop down to 14. But while leveling up, there is a system in place. There's a basic income system in place in case of reinforcement fails. So how that works, we don't know. But the way they're explaining it, it seems like that you get a certain percentage of your probably enchantment stones back if it fails, and then you can recontinue, like basically reuse it again. Make sense? Okay. And apparently there's like an option where you can click on fast enchantment. He just made the sound like he goes like bim bim. It just happens like really fast. The magical stones are similar to those of the past, and accessories also feature magical stones known as Lingxi. Exactly, a pity system. Basically a pity system. Hello, Projef. Projefo. Yeah, so the stones are called Lingxi. No, it doesn't have to be confirmed one. You just need an NC account. But what you can do is you can just go to the website of NC Taiwan and then log in with a Google account or make a Google account or whatever. And after you do that, you're ready to go. You just need an account. You don't need to create an NC account. You can just use a Google account. That should work so far from the information we have to play on the Taiwanese servers. Yeah, guys. While we're waiting for the next chunk of information, let me just say this quickly. Keep in mind, guys, make sure to join the Discord, guys. Make sure to join the Discord. We have all information in here. Like, so this is being live streamed currently on Bilibili as well. This is being live streamed on Bilibili as well currently. With like, I don't know, 600 people or whatever watching over there. But it is also like, so this is where the magic is happening currently, here in the channel down here. Look, these are all the people. And we have 8 people from the Taiwanese who joined the event, who are currently having like a Q&A. Now, the important thing is, this is an official Taiwanese member from the Taiwanese NC Taiwan team. And we got approval for this event. We gave them this document, and we asked them if it's okay to, you know, talk about those topics. So there's no breach of NDA right now. We basically asked for permission. So NC Taiwan knows what is happening right now. Kuruno's mind is gonna be blown. 2 days worth of content, Aion 2. Bro, Kuruno is gonna milk this for the next month. Trust me. Oh, with the additional that nothing is fine. I mean, yesterday we got another day. True. Content farming. Stinkerbell, did you hear the enchantment stuff? They gave us the reply about that? Because you were AFK. You want me to recap that, or did you hear it? Yes, I did not hear it. Okay, so let me recap it. Enchantment, yeah? Gear enchantment, weapon enchantment. Listen, guys, this is important. This is really good. 2 plus 10 is 100%. But you do need a lot of enchantment stones to enchant your gear, but plus 10 is 100%. So you can enchant your gear, like in Lost Ark, easily to plus 10. After plus 10, the percentage decreases to 60% to go to 11. Maximum is 15, so it decreases probably a bunch more times till 15. Now, when you fail, you do not fall like in OG Aion back to 10. You just fall down like 1 step below. So if you're 15, you are 14 again. Okay? Now, there is a pity system. The way they have explained it is that when you fail, you get a part of your investment back. So what I'm assuming is you get certain numbers of enchantment stones back that you can reuse to go back to 15. But that happens every time you fail. Okay? So there's like a pity system that you're not always losing everything you have invested. That is what they explained so far. Yeah. That is already thinkable. That is already sounds reasonable. I agree, bro. I agree. Taiwan stream 23 TGS this weekend, October early, probably Def live stream. We'll get another stream. Oh yeah, by the way, we're getting in 2 days another stream from Taiwan, so that's crazy. Okay, let's continue. The difficulty level of the current trial experience is much similar than that of our Ark. Well, I think they made Lost Ark. It can be easily completed with proper team composition. In the case of Fire God, the dungeon is even easier than the original version. All you need to do is avoid his skills. So when I say Fire God, I mean Chromeda's trial probably. As there are no significant challenges. Okay, so this part basically means that the PvE is easy. And the Fire Temple is also really easy. You just need to avoid certain skills. Now, what they don't know is us Western players, we don't play with hands. We play with a steering wheel. That's why movement is a big issue for us. Joking. The two difficulties of the dungeon are just numerical enhancements. The mechanics remain the same. Okay, that is disappointing. In the future, it is possible that the difficulty and mechanics of dungeons will be increased. There is already some 50 level items available, but they are not yet accessible. Ooh. Due to the low number of participants in the closed beta test, the team composition may not be optimal. Okay. Yeah. Again, it can also be Viaj, you know, that in the streams they said that they used higher stats, like GM accounts basically, and it's definitely not something that I would completely say that's not happening. You know what I mean? Like, I think there might be the case that they have maybe increased the stats. So, cause we had all kind of players, right, joining the tests. So maybe they have just increased the stats so all kind of player is able to easily check out the content rather than keep dying or something, right? That might be the case. Maybe when the initial game comes, it is way harder or something. I don't know. We'll see. Reinforcement stones require a lot of effort to obtain, and they might also be sold in the in-game store. The magic stones are similar to those of the past, and accessories also feature magic stone known as Lingxi. The equipment itself does not have any stats. The stats on the magic stones can be altered, but the probability of getting good stats is very low. The stats on the magic stones are directly applied to the equipment. So when they say magic stones, they're talking about mana stones, by the way, guys. Saying is that the base gear stats are really low, and you have a low chance of getting something good on the base gear stats. Now the mana stones provide you stats that go straight into your gear, which is stat. It's like a stat amount. So even with a piece that has bad stats basically, or not good stats, or okay stats, with the mana stones you can completely improve the stats of the piece, and I guess that's probably the way to go. The stats on the magic stones are direct applied to the equipment. Cleaning it with Kina, this feature is quite deep and will likely create a gap between those who can afford it and those who cannot. Okay. Who cannot. Does not allow the cleaned equipment to be traded yet. It is possible that this will change in the future. Yeah, I hope it doesn't, because that is where the pay-to-win part becomes an issue. Yeah, let me read it again. Let me read it again. The equipment itself does not have any stats. Okay? So when you acquire equipment, it doesn't have stats. The stats on the magic stones can be altered, but the probability of getting good stats is very low. So you need to identify the item, then it gets stats. The stats on the magic stones are directly applied to the equipment, so you can add mana stones to the equipment. Cleaning it with Kina. Okay. This feature is quite deep and will likely create a gap between those who can afford it and those who cannot. It sounds like either you open the slots for the mana stones, either that is meant with it, or it means that you can change the stats or the base stats of the item with Kina, which would also make sense, because we had that in the future, in the like back in the days in Aion, we already had that option. Okay, let's continue. This feature is quite deep and will likely create a gap between those who can afford it and those who cannot afford it. So that would basically just means, imagine you have a Yeah, I am too. I am too. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what it sounds like. It sounds like you have an item, and either you can use your Kina to open up all mana stone slots, which I don't think is a big deal, right? It shouldn't cost that much. But now imagine you are able to re-roll the stats infinite times with Kina. That would mean somebody with good amount of Kina, and as you know, you can buy Kina with Kuna. That would make it pay to win, like hard pay to win, because that just means that if somebody has unlimited time, like unlimited Kuna due to real life money, he would be able to improve his stats extremely well. That's what it sounds like right now, okay? That's what it sounds like. I will get in the bottom to this and I will get more information, but this is what it sounds like currently. Does not allow the cleaning equipment to be traded yet. It is possible that this will change in the future. Okay. Yeah, it is probably that what I just said. But so far, it's not a problem because the item is not tradable. So after you identify the stats, the item is not tradable. So if a person is getting an item, he can then revamp it as many times and then he has it or whatever. But the item is not tradable. But maybe the item gets tradable later on. So that is something they don't know about yet. Yeah, exactly. That is the way to think about it, bro. Trust, you know, because again, we all are Aion players. I hope most of us. We all know Aion is gonna be pay to win. You know what I mean? The question was always how much is gonna be pay to win, and if the item stays untradeable and you're just selling Kina to people, the price will also fall dramatically, you know, like the price will fall so extremely because there are going to be a lot of people trying to whale and there are going to be a lot of people trying to sell Kina. So, you know, request and demand, you guys know what I'm talking about, the price will fall insanely. And I'm assuming like a million will cost probably like 15 Kuna or something, which everybody can afford. But then the opposite side is you can sell all your Kina and you can go ahead and you can just buy stuff from the shop. And by the way, everything in the shop costs Kuna. You can even buy like the sub, the pass, the sub and everything you can buy with Kuna. So technically you can be completely free to play while a whale is paying for your gameplay basically. Yeah, we'll see when it goes deeper into that. Let's see, continue. Critical hit plus 3 magic stones could potentially be refined to critical hit plus 8. It can be transformed from a green magic stone to a blue magic stone. Oh yeah, that's just so you can upgrade mana stones. You can improve and upgrade mana stones. I'm assuming it's crafting related. The divine stones was not encountered and it is possible that it has not yet been fully discovered. Divine stones. Are there the dual stones from like 4.x maybe? There is a gathering system suitable for grinding, but no gathering hat is included. Oh, so you can so crafting. You can gather, but like there's no gathering hat like in Aion 1, which is okay. I mean, who really used the hat? Like I think none really used it, right? Most of us used like a website where you had all the information on it. After reaching level 45, many dungeons were opened, but they didn't have time to complete them. Reaching max level is just the beginning of the game. There are daily dungeons where you keep slaying monsters as you go. Along the monsters get progressively stronger. The cooldown for those dungeons is 7 times a week. Playing as a sword saint is very enjoyable. Okay, that's a gladiator. During their afternoon dungeon experience, they were given full set of +5 Legion Commander gear equipment. With the Guardian potential system, it might result in equipment poor individual being unwanted. Okay. Daily pay to win. They didn't learn nothing from TNL. Paralyzing silence damage on hit stones. I think that what means divine stones. Oh, you mean god stones? Oh yeah, god stones are in the game, so that could be the case. Yeah, you're right. True. There are many mini games available, such a flight racing and a go-kart racing. Mini games have fixed entry times. Flight racing and a go-kart racing. Super Mario Aion, here we go. Bro, we already have Pokemon with all the monsters. And we now have a go-kart? You kidding me? Okay. Abyss is a cross-server map similar to Aion 1. It's possible that Abyss will get extremely crowded. Abyss has a weekly time limit of 7 hours, but players can extend this time using in-game items. It seems like their ranking system is not yet fully implemented. Okay, the rank may not be finalized yet. It's based on the season's performance, and there are no items that add to the ability score. Okay. I mean, Final Fantasy has those mini games. They need to have something like that. Yeah, I guess. Oh, can they ask about sieges if they know about if it's gonna be a low number of people siege, or what about sieges in the Abyss or any war siege? Celestial clan can enter the Abyss stronghold of the demon clan, and the barrier shield will not instantly kill them, but will instead continuously drain their health. There are slow arenas, and they also have seasons. The arena are 4 versus 4 and 8 versus 8. I don't know if I like that apparently you can fly into the zone, like where the Asmodeans are, and you don't die from the barrier. You just get slowly damage, like health drain till you die. I don't know if that's a good choice. How many classes? We have the OG classes, my friend. We have Templar Gladiator. Templar is like the main tank, single target mostly focused. Gladiator is a AoE beast, more like a dual wheel berserker kind of thing. Well, I'm giving you the OG information because they have changed a lot for this game. Then we have a sorcerer and a spirit master. We have a ranger and an assassin. Assassin it's like a two swords assassin basically. And then we have a cleric, which is the main healer, which can resurrect. And we have a chanter. The chanter cannot resurrect in Aion 2. He could do that in Aion 1, but in Aion 2 he cannot resurrect. That helps. I hope that helps. Abyss time gate make absolute no sense. Only OE PvP area. But you have to focus on PvE because you have only 7 hours. They didn't learn nothing from TNL. Bro, the 7 hours can be increased by questing. If you quest, you can increase the amount. It's just they don't want people 24/7 sitting in the Abyss and having a PvP advantage, because that's the place where you can probably get the highest amount of Abyss points to get your PvP gear fast. The ability of the Spirit Star. The Fear skill comes with substantial damage and is no longer just a control skill. The probability of it succeeding is 70%. Ooh. Single Fear, cooldown 15 seconds, ranged 15 meters. Single Fear is a basic skill. Group Fear is a marked skill, and there is also a strong attack fear, Group Fear, all of which are instant cast skills. There is also an instant cast silent ability that deals damage. The skills of the Elves do not have dot damage. They are all direct damage. The Spirit BB has no command. It only has a combination of skills. The Spirit Star relies heavily on the BB. Without it, the Spirit Star cannot function. The summoning of the Spirit is also instantaneous. Each type of Spirit has its own distinct advantage. It is extremely important to strike the BB first during the PvP encounter. The Spirit can still burn buffs. You can Dispel and you can Fear still. 2 buffs at once and deals high damage, making it a marked skill. The Demon Star is all about control skills, but there are no damage dealing skills. The Fair Star, on the other hand, is more focused on damage output. Okay, so those are the pets. Okay. Let me actually ask that the Fear. Can then be attacked while being in fear. Okay. What you missed? Kind of a lot. We got a lot of information about the Gladiator. We got infos about the Assassin, about the Spirit Master, about the Sork. There's a lot coming in about the point systems, skill systems, stigmas, enchantment, how the enchantment works. Plus 15 is still the highest enchantment thingy. And if you fail, you don't fall down to 10, you just fall down 1. And a pity system that lets you plus everything in time. So you're not losing out all the time. And one of the most insane thing that I heard today, 173 pets and mounts that you can acquire in-game by defeating monsters. So no cash shop or whatever, you get the 173. So you have like a collection window where you can collect those pets and mounts. 173. That's insane, bro. That's really nice. That gives me World of Warcraft vibes, and I like that. Nice. So far, it looks good, man. It looks good. Yeah. Society just woke up. Bro. Bro, I'm just talking and I'm muted, like there's no tomorrow. I have to repeat this. I was muted, bro. I'm such an idiot. Some people still don't trust that we have English patch and English voice at release. So for those who are struggling with this part, in the first stream, what was his name again? Let me check quickly. Bro, my brain is like a sea. Okay, so in this first stream, Kim Namjoon, who is the second, he's the lead developer, who was also in the event of, who flew in basically with the PD at the event from Taiwan. He said the game is already available in multiple languages. for testing purposes. Obviously, the first language they would go for is English. Now, why do I think that? Because Throne Liberty also, in the testing phase, was available in English. So this is the first thing, yeah? The second thing is that during the Taiwanese testing, the Taiwanese players also confirmed that the game was available in English to be played. So the game currently is apparently in English, Korean, and Taiwanese. If there are more options, I don't know. But those three options are definitely confirmed. And during an interview, one of the Taiwanese people also mentioned that the game is in English available. Now, still a lot can happen. In the end, it could happen that they're deactivated or whatever. But so far, it seems like that the Korean client and the the Taiwanese client will have English translation. Now, will the English translation be perfect? Probably not, because it's in a testing phase. But it should be enough for us veteran players to be able to play the game in Taiwan or Korea. I hope that solves this question. Your global vision is purely negative, but the restriction is clearly cool for casual players. I have no sound anymore. Is that normal? Yeah, I kind of muted myself. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. He's not talking. Poor him is sick. Oh yeah, I'm sick. That's why I'm also kind of enjoying a little bit sometimes. He don't talk when there is nothing interesting to say. True. Also gaming knows. Yeah, he again. I mean, he's my friend. I've been always talking to him, so mandatory. Every day, no skipping. We are over 4.7k on Discord. Amazing. I'm not against restrictions, but against anti-PvP mechanics in PvP zones. I feel that. I feel that, bro. Kovminator? Kovminator? I feel that. I feel what you're saying. In the test, it was already available in English and also voices. That's true. Hello, Yevi. Welcome to the live stream. Hello, Yevi. Welcome to the live stream. Oh, welcome back, Yevi. Welcome back, Yevi. Wait, I'm getting a call. Give me a second. Okay. Oh, welcome back, Yevi. Welcome back, Yevi. Let's continue quickly. Then I have to go for 2 minutes. Well, 1 minute. Refresh my water and just drop something downstairs. Spirit, basic attack. Cold shock, vacuum explosion, earth impact. When calling BB back, a AoE skill will be used. Oh, okay. The mark has the power to summon ancient spirit and the boss of a specific dungeon, a fixed entity, which resembles a stone creature. The bow star deals high damage in PvP. It can also be used to kite tactics. PvP heavily relies on skill execution and the probability of landing control abilities. Okay, interesting. Interesting. The features related to Legion are not yet fully developed. Currently, the maximum number of members in a level 1 Legion is 20. Okay, interesting. That is a low number, but it is more than back in OG Aion, right? Would be cool if they just added a mirrored abyss zone where once your time is up, you can only enter the mirrored zone and get no rewards, but just PvP open world. Oh, that is interesting, Hunters. I'm gonna write this down and I'm gonna send it to them, to the devs. That I really like. That is interesting. Keep in mind, I am in direct contact with devs as well, you know, so If you have feedback that is really good or whatever, I'm not saying or promising they would do it, but at least it will reach them. Okay? So you can always give me feedback that you think it is necessary. And if enough people are asking the same question, then obviously it will work. Ah, I knew it. Or just a different open world zone with no rewards incentive. If there aren't any rewards, what's the point to go in there? Like, do you really think people will go there? Lawless Abyss. This way the open world PvP fix gets scratched and people with limited time don't miss out on 4 more rewards. Yeah, I guess. No faction matters. Okay, so give me 2 minutes. I'm just gonna drop something into the other room. And I'm gonna get some water. And then I'm gonna be back, okay? You can listen to some Taiwanese meanwhile. But stay here, stay active. We have a lot more coming. The document is still really long. So just I'm gonna be back in a few seconds, yeah?
技能点一定要分配好，分配好过后，你再去选择你今天打部本要干嘛，因为它那个拉拔，
它是把
它那个
特性拉进去哦。
对，特性拉进去，然后再按确认，你就获得那个特性了。等于说以后如果要玩的话，
它不是一种需要道具去开启，它只是一种技能点，
有点像是方舟的三脚架。
对，就是三脚架，就是三脚架。对，你讲对，就是三脚架。就是说，我女朋友她玩治愈的时候，她有一招范围补，尤迪艾斯的权限吗？对，尤迪艾斯权限它是范围补。那它第一个特性，它点到8等之后有一个特性是蓄力时间缩短，它就移进去，确定之后就缩短了。原本可能1秒，它可能就变0.5，咻一下就好了。对，
就是三脚架，就是三脚架，
就三脚架啊，
监督调时间。
对，然后只有精通是这种模式，可是烙印又是一种模式哦。烙印是你点上去，
烙印没有特性。
对，你点上去就几等就是获得什么50、15这样，你点到5等就获得5等。
有特性。
对，等于说你会花非常多的钱，可能在一直初始化那个烙印技能。
那这个特性可能就是所谓的，可能就会有流派这样。
对，各种各样的
比如说剑心可能就是吸血派或者是祈祷派，你玩 PVP 就是祈祷派嘛，全部搞个祈祷过去，一直把人家推倒，就这样，当个变态就是推人就对了。对，就是这意思。那补师可能就是一个攻击流，然后一个是补血流。那护法可能就是一个攻击流，一个辅助流。那精灵可能就是另外一种，看大家模式是什么这样子。
其实我补充一下，它其实意思就是叫你说，你不要每个技能都点5等、5等、5等，你要专精一个技能，把它点到10等满等，才可以开启那些技能的特性。那这些技能可以去初始化技能点数，那初始化的费用其实就是消耗你的金币，所以说这游戏的金币是非常重要的。
没有，我这样听起来其实跟方舟的技能的那个结构是一模一样的，就是
对，然后
它也是因为方舟也是只有8个技能，然后你也是只能选几个，它也是有技能点，然后也只是能选几个技能点满，然后去点三脚架这样。
对，然后呢，到45等哦，注意哦，45等，你那个技能，你靠技能点最多点到10等就点不上去了。等于说你要再往上升到50等，可能可以点到12等，甚至是16等。所以说我看每一个技能哦，最初每一个技能都是8等，所以你每个都点8等，它会开3个特化，就3个特化去选。接下来就要看你哪个流派，再把它点到12等，甚至是16等的最好的一个特化能力。这时候如果假设说你今天是15等了，你技能等级10等嘛，如果你有装备是加那个等级的话，你就往上加1，你天赋盘再去点，就再加1，你就莫名其妙得到12等的技能特化了。你明白我的意思吗？
就是说你技能盘上点到10等，然后装备上再加了一个2等，它就变成了12等这样吗？
对，那等于说你就可以省点数了你不要省点数就维持12你要省点数就是那2个都堆在那边，那你省下2个点数，你就可以再去点别的技能。它是这样子玩的。
应该是说，因为那个技能的特性对技能的质变很大，就是它可能
非常大。
对它那个特性到后面可能会有什么几率变成100%，可能控制几率变成100%这件事情。
对，例如说剑心的下着击倒后戳人，它有一个特性很夸张，0 CD 哦， 0CD 初始化
零
0CD，
CD 抽
等于说，对啊，等于说我今天导了一个守护，我就一直捅他就好了、啊。3秒灯，他捅几下我就能捅几下、啊，对不对？就是这个意思啊。
所以就是那个特性，就是会是质变的关键。
对，质变的关键，变成是你可能就会变成说副本，我可能要玩吸血流，然后如果假如说今天我打架了，我看是要吸血流还是要击倒流，那击倒流就是玩单挑，那吸血流就是玩团战，就这么简单，冲进去范围吸饱一次，被打一打，在一个范围再吸饱一次，大概像这样。
我想问一下，我再问一个，有那个护法星的那个，是护法吗？对，辅助的那一个职业
有
感想吗？或是
他有来吗？
护法他没有来，
对，
你
们玩的
是
护法，
那
可以帮我们大概说说看。
他的技能的话，一样就是用法杖敲人嘛，然后他主要控制是晕眩，就是把人敲晕，然后他有一招小招，像剑心是可以把人抛摔嘛，那护法是可以用法杖把人过肩摔，就是把人戳起来摔这样。
过肩摔。
对，
那他定位应该还是辅助了，辅助又可以辅助又可以输出。
辅助输出，对，辅助加输出，它其实也可以坦，也有一点点的坦度。
它的输出是近战吗？因
为
我看，
对，它是近战，它是用法杖敲人，对，就跟1代一样。
对，破3级好像还有啦。
它比较像是，它也有点像剑心那样，它有一点点坦度，因为它有自身的补血技能。
增益能力呢？它的增益能力呢？它有自身吗？光环什么的，像1代的那种。
它是自身的补血技能，它也有
自身，
它也有
自身为
能力。对。
玩那个护法没有来啦，不过可以确定的是，护法在这版的变得有点强，能打
就是输出能
力
也很强。因为我也是下深渊的时候，也是被一个护法敲死。我魔道一直被其他职业敲死。
我们就讲治愈嘛，你看出版的治愈他自己练很难，但是我问我女朋友，她玩治愈的感想是，治愈伤害变高了，所以她从头到尾第一个练完全没问题。
就是
对
这一代，就是因为你看，就是它其实战斗的底层逻辑是剑灵那一套。那剑灵其实每一个职业都是输出，就是它没有所谓的奶妈这件事情。然后它就是副本的机制都是靠所有玩家自己的操作去闪躲，然后补血的话是靠每个玩家的吸血技能去做，就是血量的补充。它不是靠奶妈，它有一点点就是沾一半剑灵，沾一半王权这样。
对，所以这时候玩过出
能力，它的辅助能力强。
辅助能力就也是我听啊，我是有听我旁边的护法星说，他觉得辅助能力没有到很强啊，但我不确定，因为我不知道，我也没看到护法星的技能组。但是
他对自己的增益到底有多高？
依照这样逻辑来讲好了，治愈的补血。
Let me mute them again. And then I'm gonna read everything. Yeah, so far, I don't know how much I have to go up. Oh, the mirror stuff, yeah, and then this way the open world PvP, okay, yeah, no faction matters, yeah. Did we get any information about PvP gay? Will there be PvP stats like in Aion 1 or anything looking the same? Yeah, so what they have said is at level 45, they were given a kit with PvP gear that was like +5, which you could use. And they already spoke about it. It indicated that there was PvP stats obviously on it, because it was only PvP gear. No, the document is not even half. Like, we have so much stuff. Because I've been working with them already, preparing, because I had to get the approvals, right? And I'm telling you, sadly, a lot of stuff goes away in translation. But how thorough and detailed these people are is crazy. It's insane. It's crazy. Like generally Asians, how detailed and thorough they are, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I did not see them. Was there percentage def PvP or percentage attack PvP like we used to have? Let me ask that question actually. This shows it, I believe. Hunters. Okay, thank you. Let me have a look what you have sent in.
I see still not determined.
Yeah, we saw the gear, but we just don't know about the stats yet because they haven't hovered about any of the pieces yet. That's what we see on stream. Bad idea. No one would enter if you get no reason to enter. Yeah, that I do need to agree with Cominator. I just know the Western community is a little bit different to the other ones. If you don't get any rewards, why would you enter? You know what I mean? It's better just to go arena or BG. Better option would be something like open during points in TNL. You lose points for killing minions, but time in Abyss, it's unlimited. Okay, interesting. We'll see no stats, or maybe I should watch more time during the video. No, there's no stats. Like we don't see any stats. So we'll have to figure that one out, you know. Okay, let's continue. Bro, it's getting really hot in here. Where's my remote for my EC? It's getting hot in here. I think no stats, just that there is a PvP gear exists. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Well, I was asking about the stats, but thanks anyway, mate. I mean, if it's for the PvP, then people crying about the time shouldn't care about rewards. Yeah, I get that. I did wonder if maybe after the 7 hours or whatever, let you stay in Abyss but just get no rewards. But I think this would lead to people gatekeeping others, but also just through thoughts. The thing is, Hunters, you can increase the 7 hours. You know, the 7 hours are not set in stone. So through questing, you can increase that amount, and there are like items that you can also get, which give you another 7 hours basically. So in total, there should be 14 hours that you can stay in Abyss, which I guess 14 hours is enough, like compared to do general gameplay and everything else you have to do and consider in the game. For a casual player, 7 or 14 hours is completely okay. I in my opinion, at least. Keeping the balance between the tryhards and the casuals in mind. To be honest, I kind of think he is right. The main reason people were doing PvP in Aion 1 was the fact that we could win AP and clear our PvP quest. So we buy our PvP gear, but if they find a way to make lawless PvP reliable in team of gearing ourselves, I would gladly appreciate that. But personally, one of the part that I enjoy the most in Aion was the fact that if we are good enough, we could 1 versus X numbers of players. Oh yeah, that's true. I agree. If it's not about PvP, it's about OV PvP. Okay. Otherwise, they just make the lawless PvP zones mainly zones with high-end resources for crafting or things like that. It would just put some competitive for these resources. Sure, OV PvP, but it is solely about open world being the factor. Then how does that need rewards? I also prefer open world PvP. But just think, people with ERL jobs will lose out. End of the day, look of how the development, I feel they will try make it better, make it best of both. Note, if they do PvP gear with the Empyrean Crucible, but the time the gear were pretty strong enough to allow us to kill people with the pure PvP. Okay, let's continue with the reading of before we continue with the chat, because they have given us more stuff. Okay. The skill of the Guardian mainly involves using a staff to strike enemies, causing them to become dizzy. Additionally, there is a minor skill that allows for a shoulder tackle. The role of Protector is to provide support and deal damage. It can also act as a tank. So this is the Chanter, by the way. This is what we're talking about, the Chanter right now. The role of Protector is to provide support and deal damage. It can also act as a tank by engaging it in close combat and dealing damage. There are also buff skills. This version of the Protector is quite powerful and has better output capabilities than the previous version. The auxiliary ability of the Protector feels relatively weak, quickly moving along. The Protector has only left some representative buffs. There aren't many. The role of Guardian has shifted from being a support character to more closely resembling a damage per second character. Okay, interesting. Thank you for the follows, guys. Thank you. Definitely appreciated and helpful. The healing output of the first generation is quite difficult, but that of the second generation feels much easier, and there is no risk of being unable to defeat monsters while leveling up. The overall gameplay style is mix of Blade and Soul and Throne of Kings. So that's the Chanter. So the Chanter feels like Blade and Soul character and Throne of Kings. Okay, so I myself have just played Blade and Soul a little, and I have not played Throne of Kings. So that's why I cannot really agree or disagree with it. Thank you very much for the follows, guys. Really appreciate it. Equipment: helmet, top garment, pants, belt, cloak, necklace, 2 rings, 2 earrings, shoulder guard, arm guard, gloves, 2 talismans, ancient script. The enhancement item for the talisman is distinct from the equipment strengthening, requires Aude. There were no leather armor or cloth armor for this generation. Okay, no clothes or leather armor. Okay, but this is probably just for the testing phase, I guess. At level 45, Jiangxing will be equipped with a set of long robes featuring lace and princess-like skirt design. The backpack, so this is the Chanter basically. The backpack can be expanded using gold coins. Oh, the backpack can be expanded using gold coins. Currently, it costs 1000 kina to expand 1 row. Additionally, expanding the backpack is possible through completing tasks. So we have quests that you increase your slots storage, and we have kina that you use to increase it. And apparently the Chanter does not use leather and it does not use cloth. I'm assuming it uses chain. And there are talismans which act as shards that you can activate. The enchantment item for the talisman is distinguished from so if you can enchant those talisman, that is something we would need to see in game. That is something we would need to see in game for later. Now, I think different to TNL. TNL was a PvP focused game. Aion 2 is not from the start, but yeah, all opinions. Thank you for translating, Philo Graphics. I really appreciate your work. Oh, thank you, mate. Thank you. Take off all your clothes. Yeah, so take off all your clothes. Yeah, so 14 hours is pretty decent. I'm gonna lie, alt gaming is back on the menu. Oh yeah, I agree. Kuna gonna goes burr. Okay. Gaming is back. It wasn't PvP focused. Actually, it was. Well, many people believed it was Discord. Yeah, so the Discord that they are in, or we are in, or just the Discord basically, is this one, guys. It should be also on the screen visible, but it is also, it's basically just Aion 2, Discord Aion 2. That's it. Just make sure that you join. Okay, I had that finally people will be able to turn Kuna into Kina in game, and people believe Aion 2 won't be pay to win because Dev said that. Bro, Kovimato, nobody said it's not pay to win. The Taiwanese devs aren't devs. Taiwanese is a publisher. The devs are from Korea, and that's clearly said it's pay to win. But they're trying to keep it as minimal as possible. And again, it was never the question if it's a pay to win game or not. It was always the question how pay to win it is. So far, it doesn't seem like it is too pay to win. But again, that's something personal. Like, so you need to personalize that for yourself. If you think it's too much, too pay to win, whatever, move on, mate. Nobody's forcing you to play the game. Personally, I think it will have pay to win, but yeah, we can agree to disagree. Yeah, Chanter seems to be like a DPS tank or a support as before. No, it's more like a DPS tank. Kuna to Kina or Kina to Kuna, but main currency gonna be Kina in Action House. That's true. Yeah, Godstones are confirmed. Yes, they did say that earlier. Both in the end, someone told me that people will be able to turn both in both ways. Yeah, you can turn Kuna into Kina, Kina to Kuna. That's true. That is correct. But he told me also that all gear will have randomized stats. So even if you have the same gear as someone else, you could have different sub-stats. No, that's not correct. Kill Metsu. That is not correct, Kilmetsu. So the clarification is as follow. Let me see if I can just show you. Because I think we should need to clarify that once for all. Is that the, yeah, that's the second one. Okay, so this is the second live stream, yeah? So let me just show it to you guys because this is the best way to do it. So here you can see. There you go. There you go. Now watch carefully, guys. Watch clearly and carefully, okay? So after killing the boss, so this is the main character, yeah? He goes to the loot, and the way the loot works is depending on the dungeon. If you kill all bosses, then you have more loot, okay? And if you kill less bosses, you have less loot. And since they have killed just Chrometer right now, they're gonna open Chrometer's loot. And what you're gonna see is, so they have just dropped this item. This item was just dropped. Now, how do you know the item was just dropped? It has this icon on top of it. So it has the green icon as well, because the green icon means that this item is needed to increase your stats. Okay? So basically, if you like gear wise, so imagine you're wearing a level 30 item and the dungeon was for level 45. So that's why the green icon is on it, to show you and indicate that this is a better item. In general, it is a better item. But now the important information is that if you look at the item, which he's doing right now, you see there are no stats. There are no stats on it. So it's not about substats or base stats or whatever. There aren't any stats on it. So the base stats are definitely lower because of the level, but because of the gear score, this item is stronger. So you have an improvement of 5. So this one is 55 plus 11, and this one is 65. So that's a gear score. And since this item is generally better, it still has worse base stats. So this item is actually crap, technically, right? Now, what is important to see is this icon over here. That means tradable in the broker for Kina. It's light up. So lit up. So which means that you can use it. Now, when I press play, what he does is he right-clicks the items and he identifies the item. Now look closely what happened. The trader item option disappeared. Okay? Now I just realized something else. Give me a second. Like, look at this. Do you see this item? Do you see this logo? Is that not the same logo over here? Maybe you are able to, as they were explaining earlier, with Kina, you are able to re-identify the item. You know what I mean? But okay, that was speculation from my side. What is clear is after opening the item gets stats. And then based on the stats, you can see if it's better or worse. Now, why are the base stats still worse? Because this item is plus. It's plus 11. This one is plus 0. That's why the base ones are worse. But on the stats here, you can now see which item is better. But the item is not tradable anymore. So that's the key factor. Now, if it is the case that you can re-identify as many times as you want to have the best stats, that means somebody whaling can technically buy the item and then he can do it as many times till his gear is solid, right? That would mean semi-pay to win in a way. But now, what would break the game, in my opinion, is if I can re-identify it as many times as I want and then sell it for 30, 40, 50,000 kuna. You know, high amounts. That would break the game because, now let me tell you the difference. Right now, the way it is, anybody can afford it. Because there are going to be so many items and so many kuna and kina, the price will drop so dramatically that anybody will be able to afford it if you free to play, non-pay to win, whatever. You can, all kind of players will be able to afford it. Because you can just actively play the game, change your kina into kuna and then buy it. Or run the dungeons, have the items and do it yourself, or just whale it and then you can buy it from people who are doing the same thing. You know what I mean? So it's technically, it's a good solution. But now, why do I see a difference in maxing out the items and then selling it? Because maxing out the items means it's a biz item. And biz item, you can literally ask any price. And just a certain or handful of people are able to acquire the item. And if it's a handful of people, you will see a handful of people fully geared and the rest will going to be struggling. Understand? That is the difference. It is pay to win, yes. It is minimum, yes. But everybody has access to it, regardless if he's using real money or not. I hope that helps to understand the situation a little bit better. Okay, so now let me see what they have given us more. Oh yeah, they have given us more content, so we can continue reading it. Equipment, helmet, blah blah blah. Let me just quickly, but we will force the unidentified gear on the AHA, or we will be able to sell identified the price or on price. Yeah, you can. I mean, at the beginning, you can probably sell it for like 5 million, 6 million, whatever, but as people are going to be running the dungeons, and they already said it many times in every stream, they said the drop rate is really high. So a lot of people will have those items and a lot of people will be putting them in the broker. And that just means that if you have enough items to put in the broker, there are going to be enough items. So the price will be drop. And again, I see a difference between one person buying it from one person for 30, 50k kuna, or one person having to buy from 50 different people and everybody is getting kuna. You know what I mean? Yeah. But talking much about Templar feedback, when identify is get sounds, I believe. Hi, Chanta is a DPS. Chanta seems to be like a DPS tank. Yeah. Pay to win is a personal opinion and can change on how you love the game. An accessible pay win can vary for many factors and it's really individual when it's minor. Oh, okay, so it will be fixed stats but randomized value. Yeah. Worse base stats because the new item is in +10. Yes, true. So we can't sell identified items. No, we cannot sell identified items as of this moment. Maybe they change it. As of this moment, we can't. It's actually a win move. It is a win-win-win, technically. Yeah, makes sense. That's really cool. So Whale will have to pay, I don't know how much. So Wales will have to pay, I don't know how much, Kuna for Kina to get great items because they're randomized items. Yeah, exactly. That's very cool. Philo, you should make that little segment a video. Such a good explanation. Yeah, I actually should do that. You're right. Let me do that and put it as a reel or short reel or whatever. Okay, now let's continue with the translation because that's what you guys are here for and not me yapping. The thing that can be bought win in-game currency might include scroll, potion, pets, and cosmetic items. There might be some changes after it goes public. The recovery speed of flight time is relatively slow, but there are circles in Abyss that can help with recovery. By the way, while I'm reading, I'm translating in my head to Aion English. That's why... Sorry, yeah, I know sometimes I sound like an idiot, but like, look, literally, it says Opus for Abyss, so I have to translate it in my brain. The scroll section is almost identically to the first generation, and there are no additional scrolls to be used. Plus, there are food and beverages available. There are run-ups with 10% and 20% movement speed boosts. But currently, the best one is the 20% boost. Okay, I think in original Aion it was 22, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but it was 22% running speed boots. The Protector has a group healing ability, which is a marked skill. As for auxiliary skills, there are Wind Fury, Iron Wall, and Shift Movement. I think those are his mantras. Wind Fury, Iron Wall, and Swift Movement. I think that's easy. So it's like attack speed, cast speed, defense, shield, and movement speed. Yeah, I think that's mantras. That sounds like mantras. Yeah. The Protector has a group healing ability, which is a marked skill. As for auxiliary skills, there are Wind's Fury, Iron Wall, and Swift Movement. Yeah. That sounds like mantras. Bro. Nice. Let's continue. The plot is executed very well, with the Celestial Clan and the Demon Clan being separate entities. The storyline of the Demon race is filled with many exciting movement. The storyline of the Ten Clan is a classic heroic tale, while that of the Demon Clan is a quintessential tale of counter-survival. At the beginning, you will interact with an NPC named Nai Fu, a captive rescued from a dragon ship. Players from the Sky and Demon faction have the same background story. Okay. The player's background is different from that of the previous installment. Collecting fragments of the main deity and returning them to the main deity pillar will grant an achievement reward. In the player's skill and talent tree, the main god's name is still used. The storyline of the demon race is extremely dark, full of unexpected twists and turns. Ooh! That gives me goosebumps, guys. Players as the Celestial Clan, if you enjoy stories centered around others and justice. Order and justice. Okay. The want us to play as well, trust me. I don't know if Cookie is here, but she's gonna be over the moon right now if she knows it. So the storyline of Celestial, by the way, are Ilios, demons are Asmodeans. We all does, but true. Yeah, true. Okay, there you go. Playing a close combat role in aerial combat is quite challenging, while roles that rely on long-range attacks are more manageable. Close combat is recommended to use the classic operation mode. The action mode can be quite uncomfortable, but it ultimately depends on personal preference. So they're just talking about how there are two modes, like the action mode and the OG legacy mode. And they're just saying that melee classes probably prefer the legacy mode. You know, the old OG PC core legacy mode. But it's personal preference. I mean, it doesn't really matter. If you enjoyed other games where you had, you know, it was different. The UI for NPC dialogues is actually quite good, and the overall UI is actually quite nice. The UI elements that were not showcased in the live stream are actually good, quite good, with the only minor drawback being items like the backpack, which seemed slightly less impressive during the live demonstration. However, these aspects are currently being improved. The feature of following teammate also includes, okay, we don't know what it includes because we haven't gotten the next part yet. Oh, yeah, it's coming. We want fights, killing mobs and dungeons. Boss AI is cool, but killing players that have unpredictable reacts is better. Agree, man, agree. Insane. Let's see what the Discord is saying. Yeah, I'm basically just saying in the Discord. Because people were like, a lot of people were worried. People were worried about the game not being in English. But, yeah, I was fully intended and fully planned to provide the game, to provide an English patch if needed. So that's why do not worry at all. So right now we are like at 95% because we have several confirmations already that the game is going to be in English. So there's like 5% chance that it's still not going to be English because maybe NC decides that's not the way they want to go. Maybe, I don't know. If that's the case, do not worry at all. Within the first week, I will provide an English patch for everybody playing on the Taiwanese server. So do not worry at all, yeah? Just so you know. It was already planned. I already planned it to provide an English patch. Already looked into Unreal Engine, where I would find the files and how I would translate it. So no worries. But yeah, it seems like they are providing the client with English. So that's why. That's good, man. That's good. Okay. The mobile game feel is completely absent. Not even a hint of it. In reality, it doesn't feel like a paradise at all. It's just a pure MMORPG. People who have played it are very curious about how to play this game on a mobile phone. The requirement for computer specification are likely to be quite high. The game optimization is excellent, and there is no noticeable lag or stuttering. Ooh. No random frame drops, or hopefully also no Your target is too far away. Your target is too far away. Reviews from people who have actually played it are extremely positive. The device used for testing is model 5070 GeForce, and with all special effects enabled, there is no lag or stuttering. Playing with a 30 series graphic card might result in significantly inferior performance. Graphics card from the 20 series and 30 series can run it, but it might be quite a struggle. The official live stream is displayed in 3080 resolution. The skill effects are so dazzling that they almost make your eyes bleed. Oh, bro, this is hyping me so much up. Oh, oh, thank you for the prime. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Oh my goodness. So, okay, so the stream was in 3080. And we were still, like, not happy with it. And, you know, it's a stream, so obviously the graphic was, again, pushed down, right? There's still availability of 5070. And the 20s series and the 30 series are also going to be possible to play the game. So I guess the best way is if you have a good graphic card, like one of the latest, I guess. But it's okay, it's okay. Oh, thank you for the prime, thank you. Yeah, I'm not, by the way, I'm not trying to be rude. The reason why I don't say your names is because I'm really, really stupid with names. And I just don't want to butcher them. I hope it's Malvin. Thank you again. And Gotcha. Thank you. Okay, so we have more information. Just coming in. Preserves a lot of effects from previous generations. Creating large-headed dolls would result in an unattractive appearance, leaning more towards a realistic style. The player character appearance, voice acting, and the lip movement of non-player character might not be fully completed yet. Some of the main quests now come with voiceover. Ooh. The logging in interface features an animation of walking into a door. Ooh. That sounds interesting. And yes, you are able to use everything I'm saying. Please put a disclaimer in that it's only feedback from players who tested it. You know, don't mark it as facts. Please don't mark it as facts. But yes, you are able to use it in any language you want. I don't mind. I don't care. It's all good. It's just appreciated because we put a lot of effort and time into everything we do. It takes us literally hours. I've been talking to them nights and nights long about everything we are preparing. Again, the middle one is the one that we have prepared together, and it took us quite some time to get this up and running. You know, we have to translate from various languages sometimes to communicate with each other. So if you do use the content, please credit us, credit me, credit us. And if you want more information, join the Discord, guys. Join the Discord. That is the place where you to be. We have all the information, everything available on the Discord as first. In the end, guys, by the way, I will be providing a whole detailed, structured document on the Discord again for you guys to read. And the VOD will be available, and the video will be uploaded on YouTube. So don't you guys worry. We got you. Okay, let me see if I got more stuff. Oh, yeah. The Shogu celebration is a regional event with over a dozen activities, some of which involve battling monsters. There are also numerous time-limited events, similar to those found in Ark. the Sutu celebration is mainly for obtaining the key to a hidden chest. There is a lot. we have like so this stream currently is being watched by close to 70 people on my channel, but in Asia they have close to 3,000 people watching on 2 different platforms. Yeah. So 1,600 are watching on Bilibili, and then like the amount is hard to figure out on TikTok. The rest is watching on TikTok, on Chinese TikTok, by the way. That has 2K, roughly 2K. So it's insane. Nice. Yeah, guys, if you have any questions, by the way, if you have questions, will Aion 2 come out in China too by any chance? No, sadly not, my friend. Not for now, at least not. It's coming out for Taiwan and for Korea. So China is probably gonna be getting Aion in the global release, and the server is probably gonna be Oceania, which includes like China and Australia and all of those locations. I think. But an official Chinese release or Chinese dedicated, we haven't seen anything remotely in that direction yet. Yeah, actually more than 3K, but that's okay. That's fine. That's all. So I asked about mantras, but she doesn't know what mantra is. So let me just Google quickly mantra buffs. Maybe I can just show her the screen of mantras. Aion mantra chanter. Maybe we see like a... Oh yeah. Let me check. Yeah, the talent tree is more like part of exile, it seems like. Let me ask about the stats. Okay, I'm gonna grab my food. My food just arrived. Give me a minute.
那剑心就是最常玩击倒的啦，因为我在打架的时候就是看到人就是摔，看到人就是摔啦。
他击倒时间长吗？
确实。
然后愤怒波动
时间长吗？
全摔了，那愤怒波动炸下去可能摔2、3个，然后单体再摔，反正就是看到人就是推倒就对了。
啊，那感觉剑心应该很好玩。
剑心应该操作体验感应该很好吧？
大家看到剑心的打架感觉也不错，跟初代
NC 的游戏
比起来
不用考虑打击感 ，NC 的游戏没有一款打击感不好的，基本上。
我想问一下，会不会技能太花了，就是太绚丽了，会对眼睛就是有点。
那能不能隐藏其他职业的这个特效啊？不知道到时候。
没试过
没试过，没仔细看。我们
如果打群架的时候，对啊，如果打群架的时候，那这个效果的满屏都会全是花的。
对。
但是
你讲的
我个人是觉得还算还行，就是能见度还是 OK， 就是
光污染还不是那么严重是吧？
对我个人觉得还行啊，没有到说真的看不清楚对方在干嘛。
但是熊哥不是说闪瞎眼吗？
你来2个法系职业在那边试看看，一个精灵一个魔道，那个法系乱丢
我自己就魔道。
对啊，你2、3个法系加几个治愈，没有治愈要闪电呢。
还行。
我是觉得那个亮的太夸张，那个治愈那个电一直电一蓝光，他魔道一个红光，对啊，那精灵一个别的光，那出来7彩光这样子很难受哎。
一代的治愈那个闪电都很难受。
对啊，你这样根本看不到怪，变成是如果今天像火神殿最小的精灵，它那么小一只，它就整个淹在那个特效里面，你根本看不到它的人啊。
可能是这样啊，可能因为你们是近战职业，我们魔道站远远的，所以还好。
对啊，你站远远看不到，你知道我近战
你们脸上不是打在我。
对啊，直接砸在脸上，往脸上砸，那一堆特效在那边，我人物根本不知道我在放什么鬼东西，你知道吗？
还有一个问题这次副本的话有疲劳值的限制吗？
没有我
疲劳值。
也就是说下副本它有次数限制吗？就比如说打火针，他们
应该
一天打火
会有限制周本那些的周本啊，
周本有限制我能理解。日常
次数限制有，也有能量限制，能量限制就等于是疲劳限制啊，能量限制只是对，它不能让你去拿里面。假如说你今天有能量，你进去的时候，你每个 boss 都打完了，你拿到那个奖励包是最大的，那奖励包你要拿，你就花那个能量，用完就没了。
跟王权一样的。
跟王权相同一模一样的模式。
对，
然后
它的副本机制是王权的那一套。
就是 我如果已经打完本了，我打过了，但是还是可以继续打，我只是不能领奖励而已。
对，
没有
先收车就对了。
没有，他有副本次数限制哦，一天他好像就3次。
哦，
对，
哦，他也会限制次数啊，不能带人。
那你要带人就花钱呢。
那我就不能这个我当那个什么，我当副行带一个老板不行吗？这样子啊？
你次数已经限制了呀，就是你对你次数限制了呀。
对，当初官方直播就说会限制的啊，你要多打一次就是花一次钱去买一根。
我说，
我觉得就变成像方舟那样啦，你可能要开其他号。
对，这样他就防止你大号带小号了。
对啊。
那也不一定啊，
还是得自己去攻坚。
我已经毕业了，他这个 CD 我还在，我还是可以去带小号的呀。
你不能无限带了嘛？你不能无限带了嘛？
对，不能无限带而已。对。
不行。
看你是进门的时候扣还是开箱子的时候扣是吧？
对啊，
那个次数。
对。
它是
那以前要等上市。
开箱课。
对，这要等上市之后才知道，因为我们那时候进去玩的时候，我们就打一次而已，然后就被灭团灭出来，我就没就算了。
就算了，也不再打
所以啊。
哎，可以创建几个角色呢？啊，目前测试能创建几个角色啊
？6个吧。
好像有8个
，8个吗
？1、2、3、4、5、6、7，好像8个吧，8个。
有8个那么多吗？我看是1、2、3、4、5、
6个还是8个
？6个还是8个吧？对。
那是6个还是8个？
到底是6个还是8个？
这个等开服嘛，这个不一定的，这个只能等开服的，这个不一定的，这个等开服的。
不一定。对，反正重点大概就是像这样子啊，然后整体大概像这样子。那如果以分数来打的话，就是满分啊。有些小缺点上次一定会改啦，因为很多玩家都有写问卷，该写的都会写得到。
那这个目前的话还是老8星是吧？老8星。
是的，现目前职业还是只有老8星。
然后这些职业的武器，比如说是那种守护，就是拿盾和长剑这样一套。
它有切装功能吗？这种东西。
守护可以拿大剑吗？
不行。
守护不能拿短剑。
不行，大剑变成剑心专属了。
啊，它有切装吗？就是要搞几套？
装备有，它有那个装备页，可以切。
没有
可以切换，可以套装是吧？
对，
可以切装切换装备。
有切换。
对了，有伸缩武器吗？伸缩武器继承了吗？这个我挺想知道的。
PD 是说会有啦。
对。
还没开放。
特地问 PD 啦。对，我们特地问 PD， 他说是会有啦。
这个算是永恒的一大特色了。
直播 PD 有说会有。
然后当下我们去的时候也有调侃一下那个 PD 啦，给你钱。
说什么？
给你钱，赶紧开。
对啊，他就在现场啊，我看到他了，他就在现场。
他现场
他听得懂吗？他听得懂吗？
他听得懂啊，他中文韩文都会啊。
那个那是6吗？
那个
6吗？
对，我知道，我故意调侃他一下。会员没问题，会员没问题。会员 OK。
我们每次我们直播的时候每次挺喜欢他的，他说话挺好玩的，我每次都挺喜欢跟他看他在这说话。
对。然后那天有看到他，然后我们就把他叫过来，说这个游戏不错，会员 OK， 通行证 OK， 赶快开。
OK。
然后他就很尴尬，他就一脸尴尬。蛮好玩的，他调侃起来很好玩。
韩国人啊，他是韩国人，我看他好像。
然后韩国总公司的那些也有人来了。他们也有来看啊，看我们怎么玩啊，或等等之类的。然后就在后面叽里呱啦一直讲韩文，也听不懂。
思密达。
这边韩是什么炸了？然后
他们比较重视这个项目。
他们很重视，这是真的。
这个凉了，还真要倒了，卖大楼了。
对啊，那天去也不错啊，免费吃午餐，又免费吃点心，然后还拿纪念品，多开心啊！
对啊，因为
但是我听他们说，免费的午餐不是很好吃。
不是很好吃，是真的不是很好吃。
不是很好吃，这是真的。点心比较好吃。
我要吃那个阮经天的那个猪排大排档啊。
他给的纪念品也不错，很精致，没办。那全程大概像这样子，然后等各位上市的时候就期待看看吧。
好的，
应该
11点钟了，他们要休息了。对
，23号直播，
因为23号应该会有你们的录像。
对，应该会有。
有谁？我到时候一定要好好看。今天跟我们聊天的谁会在录像里面出现？跟我说一下。
我把截图发给你，我就不公开了。
我们这个文章里到时候把它也露出来啊，给它露个面啊，给它露个面。
那他们又问一下，他们愿意吗？
文章
不愿意
吧，
我
怕官方还是会稍微有点。
把你邮件律师函吗？
毕竟我们还是有签保密的。
好，但我们注意。
他们直播了一半就直接关掉了都。
不知道为什么啊？他刚才直播了几下就关掉了。
应该就是为了保密吧？
这也不知道他的也不知道他保了个什么密。
不知道。
我说真的了，他自己这样直播下去，大家嘛都截图，都已经弄到差不多了，没什么意义的。
他关了，
反正大家都看到了，
还不如直接放出来，大家一起乐咯。大家都
对啊，他其实有点故意啦。例如说，最后一次 FGT 的测试在台湾的21号嘛，然后他又开一个23号直播，他摆明就是20跟21让玩家自己玩完之后，23号再公开一部分
No macro from the original version. The refresh point for all collectibles might be random.
对，就是把这个宣发一直做到开服。
考一下嘛，考一下。
可是他的亚服的主体肯定是我们这边大陆的玩家呀。我说实话，你肯定大陆玩家这边要多很多的。
非常夸张，是不是？
比啊，倒是这样子没有错啊。所以我们有在想说，到时候你们那边人过来玩的话，其中有一个伺服器一定都是塞你们的人啊。
太好得死了。
我讲难听一点嘛，
我们肯定不会再去韩服了，韩服我们受尽委屈了，不会再去韩服了，这是肯定是大陆，这肯定是亚服了，不要去韩服。
The process for requesting a duel is similar to that of a previous version.
我跟人家讲明白，讲直白一点
confirmed.
就是大陆的朋友过来玩，这点倒是没什么问题，我们这边的人不会有什么问题。开挂是防不了，我告诉你，不是只针对你们中国。
So dueling each other is confirmed.
开挂有时候也是个很没水准。
No macro from the original version.
我的意思是说，你们来
The refresh point for collectibles
来过来玩 OK
might be random.
要尊重
And the future voter matters that come built in
或是这里人做
built in
你们要能够
will
尊
be
重，
used.
那这个就没问题。你
The
明白我意思吗？
process for
大家互相
request
尊重。
a duel
我们很
is similar to that of previous version.
我只是
So
想要说
dueling
你
each
开直
other,
播嘛，我想通过你的直
dueling
播
each
跟
other
其
is
他会过
confirmed.
来玩的人讲这句话，因为台湾也是很多没有素质的人，这我们也承认。那中国大陆那边一定也会有，那只是说你们过来玩的时候，我希望能够尊重我们这些人的一些怎么讲？
我们懂。好的，对，不用说，我们懂。
懂哦？那当然，对，当然这样玩，大家玩的开心，那也 OK。你们就在一个伺服器，然后我们有些人过去伺服器一起。
我是很喜欢你们跟你们聊，因为我好多这些台湾朋友，你们也知道的，你像他们都知道，我们好多台湾朋友的，就是
对啊，
我们一直玩游戏玩了很多年，对，玩了很多年。
对啊，大家都朋友，对，有些敏感性的事情就不要去讲。
不说了，这些东西就不说了，
就很简单啊。然后过来有消费，恩熙也开心，对不对 ？OK 啊，
恩熙也开心。
对啊，台湾这边的软热就是人数太少啊，这个也是事实，这点没错啊。对。其实
Aion 2说
，Aion 2其实在
这种方面的内容，
对，
这种方面的内容可能直播间会被封。
对。
Aion 2在。
Let me ask the question about the open beta. Give me a second. Let me ask the question about the open beta. Okay, let's see more. There is a stamina bar when entering dungeons. Opening chests requires stamina, and there is also dungeon cooldown period. Currently, during testing, on one account can create up to 8 characters. This will be confirmed once the game goes live. Ooh. So you can create 8 characters, guys. Eight alts. 8 possible alts, guys. 8 alts. That means that all of us who are going to be playing on Taiwan and Korea, we have the possibility to create any class and just test it out, right? I'm pretty sure of that. That's true. Well, we might get a beta. We'll see. We'll see. Oh wait, I got the answer for the beta. It seems like there isn't any. So no beta so far. Nothing. There is a set of gear. There is a set gear feature. There's a gear set feature. Developers have mentioned the possibility of stretchable weapons, but no one have seen yet. So extendables. So they have mentioned extendables, but no extendable was seen yet in game. So that definitely confirms extendables, guys. Extendables are confirmed, but apparently we have not seen any. Yeah, I think they're finishing now, or somebody's leaving. They have now started to engage in light conversation. Okay. Seems like there aren't any. Okay. So they have closed the stream for Bilibili at least. I mean, it is quite late over there. In China right now, it is 11:16, so close to midnight. And they all have to work in the morning, obviously. Which is also okay, because it gives me time to prepare everything written. So let me close this window now, the Bilibili window. And let me move the Discord in. So yeah. So let me see what else is coming. Okay, guys. So the plan is now following. We are done. We are definitely done now. I think I'm gonna close the stream soon-ish, so we can move on to the translation. The VOD is again gonna be saved, and the translation, of course, is coming on the Discord. So if you are not a member of the Discord, you should definitely join the Discord. If you did not follow me yet on YouTube, that is another thing you should definitely be doing. That is basically the main thing for me. Like having people on, follow me on YouTube is what I like the most. Just because I used to have like a really big YouTube channel a while ago, but due to some reasons, I lost access to that one. So now I'm just trying to bring my YouTube back to where it was. So that's why appreciation for anybody who heads over and gives me a free follow. And let me figure out, like, do the translation, everything ready, and then let me post this on the Discord. So make sure to join the Discord. Okay. So I'm just gonna finish my food, and then I'm gonna get everything ready and done. And I'm also gonna be saving the channel. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. It was a blessing for everybody who joined. I hope there was some points that you guys liked a lot. The discussions can continue now on the Discord. Yeah, just thank you. I'm gonna be doing so much more with the coming Aion. Obviously, we have a stream coming on the 23rd. In 2 days, and yes, big hype for the 173. So following my Twitch and my YouTube is definitely the way to go, because we have so much more coming for you guys, so much more preferred, so much more coming, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. Thank you very much. Let me close the stream now. So talk to you guys soon. Bye.